just so
Okay.
and I'm gonna just live stream also to our YouTube channel.
All right.
Just in case you have something offensive to say to someone, get it
Perfect.
out.
Oh, okay.
Like like the jury in Missouri. All right.
Oh, right. Oh my goodness.
What a day. What a day.
Wow.
Oh, I know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The
My
rabbit hole.
phone and emails were blowing up when that happened.
What a day.
Crazy.
Well, they'll probably be caught up in appeals and all the things.
Yeah.
I think
The next 10
I think
years.
most people I think are saying well, I don't know. There's some MLS boards before I go live on YouTube. There's some MLS boards that have already made changes. They've taken buyer agent compensation out. So we'll say,
Wow.
say,
Wow.
Interesting. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. So we have Sue LaFave from
Got it.
Beaufort, South Carolina. And we met Sue a couple months ago. And funny enough, Tina had bought a property down in South Carolina and watched Sue's videos. And just so happened that she was at our Empower conference. She's like, I watched all your videos and that's why I fell in love with it. So I think it's got such a powerful message for our clients, getting people, the information they need when they're moving to a new area. And like Sue just mentioned, in her specific market, a lot of people aren't going to buy the first time. They might be coming down for a second home or relocating there, and they're going to take their time. But I'd love to go off and tell everybody about your business and just how you started just in real estate, how many years in the business, kind of production, that kind of thing. And then when did you get started on YouTube?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you a little background how I got started and how and why YouTube. And at the end, I'll cover the equipment I use. And if anybody has any questions along the way, just jump right in. So I had a previous career, literally 30 years in IT sales. I worked for IBM and I was about at the burnout point. And my husband got a job opportunity in Beaufort, South Carolina. At the time, we were living in Georgia. So I was like, yes, let's go. We were empty nesters. Our kids were in college. So we made the move. And I was like, gosh, real estate would be a great second career because I've been on commission like my whole life. I love working with people, but I was burnt out of the corporate world. So that's what I did. I got my real estate license and I was so naive. I just went with the first broker in a national company. I was a solo agent, which hindsight was a big mistake. If I had to do it all over again, I would have joined a team. And then I was like, now what do? I don't know one person in this entire town. Where's the business? So I stumbled on, I just decided to join this coaching, online coaching program that focused on video marketing on the Facebook platform. And it was all a way for people to know, like, and trust you. And I thought, well, this is perfect. I don't know anybody. This will be great. Except video was literally 150% out of my comfort zone. I've never been in front of the camera. I don't know how to film. Way out of my comfort zone. But then I thought cold calling and door knocking was 200% out of my comfort zone. So I'm just going to try this video stuff. So, the premise of the program was do these educational 1-minute buyer seller videos, learn how to do Facebook ads, targeted, retargeted, as well as, and everybody's probably heard about, become the mayor of your town. So I literally grabbed my cell phone and my tripod and I made this little show. I don't know if it's a show, but it was called Around Town with Sue. And so the one thing I will say, I was extremely consistent. Every week I would find either a new business, a restaurant, an event or festival coming up and just go do a quick blurb out on the street and put it out there. I also started doing pet of the week videos because I'm passionate about rescue animals. That's the one thing I continue to do today is my pet of the week. I love helping that way. So, this went on for a year. Funny story, side note. So in my town, we have this thing called the best of the low country. You probably have something in your town similar where, the best dentist, the best fitness center, the best barbecue, etc. So one Sunday morning, I go out to get the paper and there's the best magazine in there and I'm thumbing through it. And I get to the part where it says best real estate agent. And there's my name. I'm like, only my name. Now, mind you, there's 600 agents here. And the funny thing was, I had not sold one house, no houses except my own. And I'm like, this is crazy. You know, so I got my business card. I put the best realtor on it. You know, I'm running around. Sold a house. So it told me video is the way to go, but this was not the platform. I mean, I made no money, no, zero. So I was like, well, Instagram is not my thing. And I started, you know, just Googling and looking around on YouTube. And I came across these two guys, and I owe all my success, what there is, to these two guys that have this channel called Channel Junkies for Real Estate Agents. It literally, these guys are now EXP agents in Texas. They put out all this free content. And I mean, free. I literally binged watched their videos, everything from, you know, how to create your YouTube channel, the content, SEO optimization, YouTube analytics, and, you know, what kind of equipment they recommend. I mean, soup to nuts, everything for free. And I just copied what they did. I'm not one to reinvent the wheel. So they focused on community videos. People that are searching your area want to see what it's like out there. They want to see the communities, see the amenities, know the price points. They want to know the top 10 reasons to move there, the top 10 reasons not to move here. They want to know cost of living. So, you know, some of the videos, it required some research. And now today I'm just starting to experiment with Chat GPT, because I've been writing my own scripts, but I'm finding I'm getting some really good assistance from GPT. I haven't done a video with it yet, but I'm working on one right now. So, you know, over the course of, I would say, I was very consistent here too, putting one video out a week. I would just go to one community. Sometimes I would hold my phone out the window. I would get out and film amenities. I put the videos together, and after 4 or 5 months of doing this, I got my first lead. And I have to read it to you because it was just like, okay, here it goes. My name is Victoria, and I've been looking for a home in the Beaufort area for a couple of years now. I've really enjoyed your YouTube videos, and I see in your Zillow profile that you used to have farm animals. I'm a work-at-home attorney whose hobby farm is now down to one elderly pet goat and an elderly potbelly mini pig. I saw that property at XYZ hit the market. I may be able to pay cash, and I've got a pre-approval letter for $850,000. Are you taking new clients now? And I'm like, taking new clients? I don't even have a client, you know? Well, if so, would you be willing to take time in the upcoming days to talk? So that was my first, oh my gosh, this is the platform. And I just, from then on out, just was very consistent, putting those videos out there. As I said, you know, the sales cycle is longer because these people, most of the time, they've only been here once or twice, or I get so many that haven't even been here. They are looking at Myrtle Beach or something, and they see my YouTube videos on Beaufort, and then they want to come here and think they want this town. So, you know, you have to first spend time with them initially coming in, showing them the communities. The funny thing was, I would call it my 3-hour tour. They would come in town. I'd do this 3-hour tour for like a year or so. I was doing this and in building up my pipeline. And when I joined EXP a couple months ago, I was telling Allison I'm getting burned out on these 3-hour tours. And she's like, no, don't do 3 hours. You got to get them down to 1 hour, you know, so you spend time with them in the car, and then you give them a map and tell them some other places to go on their own. And so the very next client that came in town, I did exactly that. And I've been doing that. That's helped with my time management a lot, because I was spending a lot of time just driving people around, which I knew I needed to do at some degree, but it was a little much. So then this one, I just want to read one more. This just came in a couple days ago. And this is why I say the sales cycle is longer. Hello, my name is Krista, and my husband and I are looking to move to South Carolina, more specifically the Palmetto Bluff area, here in the next year or so from Ohio. My husband and I came across your YouTube videos and thought you might be a great person to connect with. Our budget will be 2 million to 2.8 million max. I apologize for reaching out randomly and totally understand if the timeline isn't something you want to take on. I just wanted to ask, you were our first choice. So I'm like, I have a Zoom call set up with them for Friday to get started. So
You
I
have
mean, that's
now
great.
people hunting you down, right? Like the
Yes,
name of our
yes.
business is we got to call, we got to call, we got to do all these things, we got to follow up. And they're coming to you being like, will you take me on as a client?
And they're all like that. They're all like, do you have time? We might not buy for 6 or 8 months,
I
but
love
now
it.
I've gotten a really good pipeline. I feel great about 2024 business because all the people, that didn't buy this year, I have lined up for next year. And it just kind of snowballs. And as far as, I'm trying to get better at keeping up with my statistics. So I try to go back and see, how much did I generate, what from YouTube? And in the past year, I did about 14 transactions, but these are buyers that have price points between 5 and 800,000. Most of the time they have cash. And I looked, and average the past 2 years, my income was 200,000. And I literally, I work so I can go on vacation. And when I'm on vacation, that's when I get most of my leads from YouTube. So you're getting leads when you're gone, it's crazy. And, that might not sound like a lot of transactions, but, for me in my second career, it's perfect for me and how much business I want to generate, but the sky's the limit for anybody. And I'm like, if I can do this, and anybody can do it. I did not know anything going into this. I mean,
So when was your first YouTube video? Like when, whereabouts?
I put it, I'll have to look at my
Like 2
channel.
years ago?
I mean, the past 2 years, I really got it revved up. I think I have 90 videos out there right now. I try to do one a week. So that puts it out at about 2 years. My very first ones probably were not good. They were short. That's another thing they talk about is, the length of time to get the algorithm on YouTube to kick in, what tool to use to optimize for SEO so people will find you.
So what is the new length of time right now?
They need to be about 10 to 15 minutes, but I struggle 7 to 8 minutes. But for me, it seems like it's still working here. So, they just can't be like 2-minute videos, they have to have
So
some
more
content.
like 5 to 8 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Especially if you're getting started, if that's all you can do, that's perfect.
Which seems like a lot because you're writing the script. So I know people are watching going, ugh, like this just seems like a lot. I mean, you either have to go, okay, I have to make this part of my 40, 50, 60 hour work week. And this is like 3 hours of content writing or whatever I'm doing. It's got to be part of your business, not one extra thing. It's got to be part of this is part of your lead generation and helping more clients see your area and have that value. And then that's why they're calling you. So I think we think sometimes, I guess, it's another external thing we have to do instead of going, no, I need to integrate this into my workday.
And for me, honestly, this is my only lead gen. This is all I do. So if I'm not working with clients, I'm spending time thinking about a script. But, honestly, the scripts are not that difficult if you want to just highlight your communities. And when I moved here, I didn't even know the community. So it was a great way to force me to get out there and, go talk to people, learn the communities, the amenities, the HOAs, and, just took one community at a time. Then I started bunching them together. And then another funny thing that just kind of fell into place with this is I did a video on just relocating or retiring to the state of South Carolina. That one has been like my most successful video, but I get calls from people all over like, hey, we're coming to, like, these people are coming to Florence and they have properties they want me to show them. Well, Florence is, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 hours from where I live. And I'm like, oh, I got an agent teammate I can hook you up with, so and with EXP, it's been great to refer people out. I mean, I got people looking at Myrtle Beach, Florence, Greenville, especially. And so it's turning into, just in the past couple months, a great referral tool as well.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love it. So starting out, the first videos you did was like just you touring, you know, homes or new construction communities or whatever it is, like out in the field, right? So when did you switch? Because I know a lot of your stuff is green screen, right?
I do both, because what
Okay.
I found was when I'm out in the field videoing, sound, the audio is very important. If people can't hear you or there's background noise, you lose your audience right away. So
Mhm.
I just, like, the most expensive piece of equipment I own for doing YouTube is literally this cordless microphone.
And which one is that?
This is the Rode, RODE,
Yeah.
Rode. And, but even still, outside, it's very difficult with the sound, you know, it's very unpredictable, and it would be very frustrating to be out, you know, 2 hours filming and I get back and the audio stinks and I can't use any of it. So I've learned to just go get all my videos, and then I use the green screen and put the, you know, B-roll behind me, or put it, you know, interject in and out with the green screen. My best friend is my editing software. I use probably the cheapest one out there. It's called Wondershare Filmora. I tried a bunch of different ones, pulling my hair out. That was the most difficult part of YouTube. Of anything I've done is learning the editor. I had no patience for it. But the one I picked out, $69, doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it does exactly what I need it to do, and I know how to use it. I won't even put the updates on because I think it's going to mess me up. And but you know, I know, like, even on Channel Junkies, they promote sending your videos out to a service, pay them to edit them for you, which at the beginning I did that, but I did not like, number one, waiting to get it back, and number two, I didn't like the quality. I tried a couple different services out there that do it. And so I was like, I'm just going to learn to do it on my own time. And that was the hardest part. But once you get it down, you can just crank out these edited videos in no time.
So is all the B-roll that you use, you've gone and filmed all that yourself? Or sometimes you have scrolling?
Yes, two places. The other place I get video is my next best friend is Canva. I use Canva to make my thumbnails. Canva, I pay $100 a year for the pro version, I think, where I can download video snippets. Like if I want to talk about, you know, we're at a patio party having wine, I just go grab a video from Canva and interject it in the video.
Yeah.
So Canva's been great. I'm not good about remembering anything when I do my scripts, so I pay $6 a month for this teleprompter on my phone called Big View.
Yep,
And, you know, I would always worry that people are going to say, you know, it looks like, because the last thing you want to do is look like you're reading your script. And for the most part, I have it memorized, but I need those words in front of me, and for, you know, comfort. And so I've yet to have somebody say I'm reading the videos. So that's a good thing. You do get, you know, the biggest, what do I call it? Critique or whatever I get from my videos from the YouTube world is people that live here. I don't even know why they're watching them, but they put comments out there. We don't want any more people here. This is too crowded. Don't. I mean, everybody is like, we don't want people here. Quit doing those videos, you know, and then I have to immediately delete those comments. But
you're like, they're coming anyway. I might as well just help them find a house, because just because you don't want them here doesn't mean they're not going to show up.
Yeah. So really the comments I get, you know, I try, or they'll just ask a general question, but the people that reach out never comment on my videos. They completely either, you know, call, text, or email me, just like I tell them to do. And that's the other thing that is crucial in these YouTube videos, is at the beginning, you have to give them a hook.
Okay.
And then you have to tell them, reach out to me anytime, call, text, email me. And then at the end, you have to tell them again. But you have to tell them at the beginning in case they don't watch the video to the end. But you don't want to start your video with, hi, I'm Sue LaFavi with EXP. You know, people don't want to hear that either. They want to hook, you know, top 10 reasons not to move here. Okay, you know.
And you make it very theatrical. I think, you know, when I do my videos now, I'm like voiceover, like on the video I just did for one of our listings. I was like so theatrical, because you've got to be that big personality,
to
so
keep their attention.
Yeah, because like, Oh,
No,
welcome
that's
to
it.
Beaufort, South Carolina. Like nobody wants to hear it.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. So, yeah, so let me see if there's any other equipment.
Okay, so do you have a green screen?
Okay, I'll show you.
Yeah,
I
because
took
I
a
was like, I'm
picture.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, and my whole studio probably cost, it was under $100. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I have 2 umbrella lights and a piece of material I nailed on the wall in my office downstairs, and a tripod that was $20, I think.
Okay, so the green is just material you
It's
bought.
just a green material. And the crazy thing is, when, I thought a green screen was something you put on your phone to film. I was that like naive. I knew nothing. But there's literally one button in the editing software that says green screen, and you hit the button and it will automatically put you in that video that you just filmed. I mean, it's crazy easy. It's like, it's so easy. It's scary. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like is there any, just wondering who's coming in, is there any demographic that you found like finds you more than someone else? Or is it
Yes,
really all
yes.
across the board?
No, it's like YouTube has incredible analytics, and that was another thing I learned, and I'm still learning how to interpret them. That you can look at and see the demographics. Like my avatar clients are people between like 54 and 65, and they are looking to relocate or retire in this area, and it'll show you, that's, the bar is huge. The other bars of 20, 30-year-olds, 70, 80. I mean, I can see exactly, and you can see what country they're from. I've literally worked with people. I just had 2 clients from Hawaii I sold homes to, Alaska, but most of them are in the United States, but you do get people out of the country as well. So it's been really fun. I have met and sold to people like everywhere, state, pretty much. It's been,
Yeah. So I think a lot of people want to know the same thing that you talked about, like we have a lot of people coming into Raleigh. So it's like, what do you do for people? I know you were doing the 3-hour tour. I'm like, don't get in my car. Just because it's hard. It's hard to like, figure out where you're driving and then have the conversation, and they're brand new and you want to like point out
Yes.
things to them. So a lot
yes.
of times I'll give them a map and just say, I've picked out a couple of houses I think you could really like. I want you to drive through these neighborhoods. I'll find properties that have already sold or that are on the market, pinpoint those locations and say, let me know what you think about that. Like meet with them. And then maybe like the second day they're here, third day, like, let's go actually look in some houses. But if you rule out an area and you hate it, let's not even look there. So
Right.
you said you've changed yours from 3 hours to an hour.
Yes, because it is very exhausting to be in a car with total strangers, and you feel like you have to talk the entire time. But it's also good to be able to point out, certain landmarks and other things in the area. And, a lot of the communities here, it's hard to find like the amenities centers in a lot of them. And so just to zip around and show them those. First, I'll spend time with them in the office and get to know, what's your price point. That really drives which communities I'm going to take them to. And then, what type of amenities. You golf? Do you just want the pool and pickleball? Then I just pick a couple key neighborhoods I drive them to. And then, like you said, I give them a map and some addresses and turn them loose after that. And then
a good place for dinner. and they're like, we're gone.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know how many times people do appreciate your time. Like 2 days ago, I went into the office and I had 2 pieces of mail, gift cards to restaurants that clients had left me for me just taking them on the 1-hour tour. So people that find you on YouTube do appreciate your time for the most part. I don't feel like they're taking advantage. They are serious buyers, but most of them need time to come down, visit, and come back a second time when they're ready to pull the trigger.
I think the big thing is like they're reaching out to you, right? You're putting
Exactly.
the content out there, and because they're reaching out to you, they're probably feeling a little more thankful instead of, they've clicked on Zillow one time,
And
they're
the
like,
phone
oh,
ring.
I
Yeah.
didn't know someone was going to be calling me again. I mean,
Yeah.
not that doesn't work, and we want to help all clients, but the good thing is they're reaching out to you. So do you think, what are like your top 2 videos? Like if someone's getting started, I want to go back to getting started because I think that's the hardest part for everyone. So if someone is just getting started, even me, I'm like, I'm starting my YouTube channel. I haven't done anything with it, put a couple videos out, or things I've already filmed that I was putting on Instagram. What are the top 2 videos they should make today or this week or in the next 2?
Definitely the top, 5 or however many pros and cons of your town.
Okay.
Pros
Top
and
5 reasons
cons.
to move here, top 5 reasons not to move here.
And do it
one of
all
those
in one
3.
video. Have it
Okay.
all in one video. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, in
Um,
one video. Okay.
top 5 neighborhoods. I would
Okay.
tour those. I would have a couple different price points showing those neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
One that's a little harder, but people like, is the cost of living video. Like here, the big thing is in South Carolina's property taxes are so low compared to everywhere else.
Yeah.
For retirees, there's extra benefits, off of your property taxes. 50,000 off assessments. There's free higher education. There's a lot of benefits to moving here. So I include that in like the cost of living. Well, maybe not the education, but cost of living with the property taxes, homeowners insurance, especially. I'll do I did a comparison of Florida versus South Carolina. Florida is the highest for property insurance, and we're getting people coming up from there just because of that. So you can find data. I just grab snippets of charts that show rankings of, property taxes, rankings of, hurricanes. We don't really get hit like Florida. People want to know that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, cost of living, the neighborhood tour, top 5 neighborhoods, and then a pros and cons. Just to get jump started, I would do those. And the main thing is you just got to be consistent. Try to get one video out a week, and you just get better as you practice.
And it doesn't have to be perfect.
No, people
We're
don't like it to
we
be
have to be on
perfect.
set, and we have to have like this person filming us and like all the things, but
Exactly.
they
I
just
mean,
want the
I have
content.
0 budget. I have no expenses except my time right now. My, $200 for the mic and that's it. I mean, it's a very low budget operate. I mean, I'm a 1-man operation, and I know a lot of people hire videographers. At some point, I would love to include drone, but I don't have a drone. I mean, my photographer does drone, but I would like to.
You should. Our
expand.
photographers will do that. They'll just go take videos of,
Just
over
get some
the town.
B-roll.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's on my list to do. I just haven't done that yet. I mean, literally 2 years is all I've been doing this effectively in my mind. So
Yes, Anna.
I raised my hand.
I see.
I
that.
see it.
I have Sue. Does your phone just have tons of content everywhere? Like, is your video and photo button behind there? Is it just like loads of content? And do you have a way that you keep that organized in your phone so that you can use it efficiently? Because I tried this for 2 weeks and then I wanted to die. So I was just curious.
No, that is a great question. That is definitely one of my weaknesses because I am not organized. A lot of times, like if I want to shoot down at the waterfront, I can't find my old one. So I have to go back to the waterfront and do it again.
Okay.
I'm getting better.
Successful.
I'm getting better. I am uploading because my phone's about to blow up too. So I have to delete stuff. So I upload it onto my computer, and I'm getting better about putting them in folders of B-roll because that's a great point. You got to get organized so you can work more efficiently with videos you've already done.
Is there a magic app for that, or is that just like manual labor?
I haven't found one yet. No.
Okay. I'm going to put it on my list. I'm going to see if I can find a shortcut.
You would be into that because you're getting me organized with my CRM. So I'm the same way with this video stuff. I need organization.
All right. Well, value back. I'm going to go into our network and see if anyone has something. If it's not been invented, I'm quitting real estate today and I'm going to figure this out.
Okay.
Okay, so back to microphone, really good microphone. You've got 2 umbrella lights. You've got the green screen. Are you writing your script and then going right to the green screen or your area in the basement?
Yes.
And you're basically reading it with Big View.
Yes.
So I'm doing one on, downtown Beaufort, and I'm going through my script, got it all ready, put it on my phone, right? And
Mhm.
it's scrolling on your phone and you're just recording yourself.
Yep,
Then you're uploading that to your computer to
Yep.
Filmora or Wondershare or whatever
Right,
I've got
exactly.
there. And
Right.
then you're going to take your B-roll or whatever other video, put that into the content
Right,
creator, and then put yourself over the top of it. Bouncing in and
exactly, exactly.
out. Okay.
And I'm not always over it. Like sometimes you'll see me on camera and sometimes I'm not, when I'm showing either charts or maps, like people like to know where you are in Beaufort, where am I on the map, north, south, east, or downtown. So I've incorporated some of the map videos over time. But yeah, that's exactly.
And most of
you
the other
nailed it.
videos you find on Canva, or you're like screenshotting images from Google.
Right, exactly. And Canva also has great photos I can take
Oh,
too.
okay.
And thumbnails are really important when people are searching. 100% thumbnails make a big difference. So just try to get better about making good thumbnails. I used Canva for that as
Someone
well.
used Fiverr too. They would send it off. It's like $5 or something to make the little.
Fiverr is who I used to do editing originally, editing my videos. I never had them do thumbnails. But yes, that's definitely an option. But when I learned how easy it was to make a thumbnail, and there's a program that I use all the time, and it's free. It's called Remove BG, REMOVE
I'll then remove the background.
And it really, yeah, and Canva might do this.
Yeah, they do on Pro.
Yeah, I just got used to using the Remove BG just to take the background away. Then I could put myself in any background and make a thumbnail. And I literally look at what other people do. I'll just go to YouTube and say, pros and cons of, I'll pick a big city because I know I'll get a lot of people. And I'll just look at their thumbnails and see which one jumps out at me if I was watching. And then I'll try to just, imitate that. I'm totally about not reinventing the wheel and just grabbing things other people have done and putting my own flair on it.
Yeah. So I'm probably overkill on this, but I think we hear a lot of the things. We hear what you've done. We hear the equipment you have, but take me through, it's what I just said, but take me through like a day of making content, because again, I think people get so stuck, and I'm trying to give it like the most basic, like literally
Right.
this is exactly what you do on my day. I make content. What do I go do?
Yeah. And I definitely feel like I am one of the more basic, because I've looked at other people's videos and how they do it. And it's so elaborate. It's scary because I am
Right. And so that's what I wanted
right.
to go. This
Right.
is someone that feels relatable. Like there's a guy that's with our company. He's sold, I don't know, 270 homes in the last year or something. He does it all from YouTube, but it's overwhelming because it just seems like it seems like you can't do that. So I was like, let's get
Exactly.
she's doing this. She learned it on her own. The way she's doing it, she's getting so much business, clients are liking her, reaching out to her. So how do we do it in the most basic level? Because that's, people are just looking for something that's more basic that they can actually do.
Right. Right. Okay. So just for example, if I want to do the top 3 communities in Beaufort, I'm getting where it's easier for my husband to drive the car than me try to drive and film at the same time. Because I tried putting one of those things on my dashboard, but I don't like the window shield if there's anything on it.
Yeah.
So I literally just get into the community, get to the entrance, video the homes, the streets. I go down to the community center, video the pool, the tennis courts, all that. And then I do a little research on the community, how big is it? How much are the HOAs? And I literally write my script after I do the videos. So I know what I want to say I already have it filmed. And I'll come back and say, okay, top 3 communities. And, I'm going to go to Islands of Beaufort, Battery Point, and Pinckney Retreat. And let's go take a tour. And then, that's might be an opener, or I film it, I'm trying to think. So I have my script on Big View that I write after I make the video. Then I upload my video onto the computer, download everything into the Filmora editor. I edit it, upload it onto YouTube, and there's a tool in YouTube called TubeBuddy. super easy to use that helps you optimize for SEO.
Okay.
That walks you through keyword optimization. And, you know, it even looks at your thumbnail you upload. It shows you who your competition would be. So you just post it out there, you know, put it live after that. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean,
No,
except
that's really helpful. Because even for me, I think I get stuck in, I'm a W and I like to ask questions clearly. And then I have all these ideas and I don't know where to start. So it's like, no, Ashley, go film 12 Oaks, go film, you know, 3 different areas
right.
in Holly Springs, then come back and write about those,
Right.
upload
Exactly.
it. And
And I
you
have
know,
to look online. I look up the community and get some facts and statistics about it that I incorporate, that I talk about while I'm showing the B-roll going through the neighborhood. And I've also, you know, there's free music you can get. I put a little background music because if there's any white space, it's good to have just very low music playing in the background, I've noticed. So I do that, but yeah, I would say you need to get probably 6 videos done. Like, just don't do one and put it out there. You want to be ready to go so you can at least be consistent initially. Put one out a week, and you know, that'll give you a 6-week window to then start working on other videos. So you could, the main thing is to be consistent. I've been pretty consistent until I joined EXP because I'm learning all these systems. It's, you know, diverted my time and attention to learn all the tools, but it's been good. So
yeah, no, that I feel like that's super helpful. That is gonna be something that I want to do. And so I love your dog of the week. So that is basically, are you just going to, you know, a shelter somewhere to try to get adopted?
this we have the dumpiest shelter. Most of the dogs are like pit bull mix. Their photos, they look like really mean dogs. So until you see their personalities, and I moved here with 6 rescue dogs, so that was my thing. I'm down to 2. That's manageable, but so it helps them a lot, and I really enjoy the dogs. And even if somebody doesn't adopt that dog, it's definitely has brought a lot of people into that shelter to adopt other dogs. So it's just been a sidebar. I've gotten a little bit of business from it. I've definitely got a lot of donations for the shelter. You know, they bring to my office, and you know, so I think over time I'll probably get more business from the pet of the week, but that's not my goal there, but it's just something I enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do we have any questions? Anybody have any questions for Sue? Anna, you got any more questions? Are you starting YouTube tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm gonna have the whole thing up and launched in like 5 minutes.
No, I
No,
mean,
I-
I'm not.
No,
Hey,
I just
I have a question.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, thank you, Sue, for taking the time to talk to us.
Sure.
Once you get the video on YouTube, how do you drive traffic to it? I know you talked about SEO
I
optimization.
don't do anything.
Hashtags or Facebook ads.
No. And you should never cross platforms. You never want to put your YouTube videos on Facebook. You don't want to, you want to get, all mine is 100% organic search. And once you get more people, like, I mean, I started out with 1 subscriber. I think I don't know, I'm close to like 3,000 subscribers. I'm bad about not looking. But you want all organic, and it'll just snowball. And once people are watching your videos and it gets a lot of likes, YouTube will recommend your other videos to those same people. And part of the analytics you look at, you can see which videos did they recommend, you know, which ones were people watching. And sometimes, you know, I'm surprised at what's the most popular. And so then I'll say, well, I'll do a remake of that video because people like that one. So yeah.
Do you, like what Holly said, do you put hashtags in, or is there anything that
No.
like, do you just put maybe your location, or is there anything else you put in? Like,
Yeah, and the keywords, and it'll tell you all the keywords to put in there. I mean,
okay.
I put in the names of the communities, the town, you know, real estate, Beaufort. I mean, maybe I should be doing hashtags. I don't know hashtags because like I say, I'm not on Instagram. So I'm not sure about that question.
Hey, Sue, Corey Chandler here.
Hey.
Thanks so much. Love your videos. I watched a few this morning.
Oh, thanks.
Question for you. How long did it take with you being consistent to get your first lead?
It was 4 to 5 months. And I've heard other people will get, within the first month. It took me longer. I mean, here in Beaufort, there's only 13,000 people. This is not a big town. So I think the size of your town makes a difference, but then at the same time, you may have more competition out there of people that are doing videos. One thing that the Channel Junkies guys stressed that was important besides your thumbnail is the name of your channel. Like, they love living in blah, blah, blah. Mine, I just picked the Low Country. I didn't change it to living in, but you'll see a lot of living in channels out there. That's like a key name you would want if you're going to start a YouTube channel, living in whatever the name of your town is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know. And I may have missed this, but do you film everything with your iPhone or your?
Yeah, that's all I have. I don't have any
And
fancy
landscape,
cameras.
well,
That's it.
landscape.
That's
Yeah.
exactly, that's what I have.
YouTube's landscape. I know we're so like conditioned because we're Instagrammers. It's
Right.
like, you gotta go this
Yeah,
way.
and YouTube is always this way. Everything is filmed this way, not this way. That's never want to do this. No.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm telling you, if I can do this, anybody could do it. I am a total amateur, and I'm just blown away by what business, and because I just could not make cold calls. I'm not going to be sitting for hours doing that. It's just not my personality, and I'm not door knocking. I tried to do mailers, direct mail, every door to, and that just wasn't me. I wasn't consistent at anything else I tried. So I just said, forget it. I'm just going to stick to this one platform that's worked for me, and I can generate, leads while I'm on vacation. So
Love that. So do you also try to get your subscribers' email addresses and do kind of any email campaign or anything like that? Or
no, there's no way to get their email addresses. My subscribers, like, I can see who they are, but I don't have email addresses. I only have them when they reach out to me, and then I immediately put them in my database. Yeah, that would be nice, but the subscribers automatically get notified right when a new video comes out. I mean, I get people that call and they say, I've been watching your videos for, a year or 2 years. That's about as long as I've been doing them. And then they finally reach out to me. So there's people out there like, stalking me that I don't even know.
that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not. But, it's just very nice. People, when I meet them in person, they absolutely already know, like, and trust me. They're people just like me and my personality. Otherwise, they would just go to somebody else if I was, too hyper or whatever. And most of them are like, I just want to give you a hug. I feel like I know you. You're like a movie star out there. And I'm like, I'm just laughing. It's so funny. I go out to shake their hand and they're like hugging me. And I don't have a clue who these people are, but they just feel like they know me,
Local celebrity.
Yeah, it still blows my mind. Yeah.
Well, I just think it's so funny because before we met you, like I said earlier, Tina was looking to buy a house down there. And then she was like, she went down she even showed me, she's like, look at this place and look at these things. Oh my God, I love it. And then we meet you and it's like, oh my God, those are Sue's videos. Like, it is
I know.
funny.
When I met her at the movement for the first time. And yeah, she was like, oh, I got to get a picture with you.
You helped me
She
buy
was
my
like,
house.
I had to buy a house from Allison. Otherwise I would have bought from you, which, totally get that.
I know, it's so good.
That was
Oh,
funny.
he's coming to you for a referral now. Any other questions for Sue? Anna, did you have something? I felt like you were going to say something.
No, I just was saying how much I like Sue. It's not a question. It's a statement of
Well,
fact.
thank you.
I'm just a really big fan of Sue.
I know. All right.
Sue,
Well, maybe I
what
need to have
advice-
Sue make me accountable.
Sue, what advice would you give someone who's scared to put themselves out there on video?
Just do it. Get a tripod and just start filming yourself, and then, just critique yourself. I mean, I'm not kidding. The way out of my comfort zone, way out. And people think I'm a natural at it. And I'm really not. If I didn't have that editor to get all the bleeps and pauses and everything else, I'm still not smooth, but that editor is my best friend, but you just got to do it. You just got to tell yourself, I'm going to do it. I mean, I was like, that was my alternative to cold calling. And like I said, if I can do it, anybody could do it.
Or you like looking at yourself, it'll be no big deal. It's totally fine.
Stop.
Corey, I'll watch your videos. Okay. So no
We'll
need to
critique
be
them.
worried.
Watch
Put 'em
and
up
watch
there.
other people's, like I watch a lot of other people's videos and I look at the interaction they get. I look at how many views their videos get. And, you know, I gear my videos towards, you know, I'll go to a different town, like outside of my area, because there's only a couple guys that do video here, and they're like an hour away. So I don't really care, in the completely different style. And I've had people say, oh, we watched blah blah blah's videos, but you know, he really stresses just retirement and he's kind of slow and boring. And I'm sure he has his avatar people that love him, that love that kind of style, you know, but I just get out there and I'll go living in, you know, Boca Raton, Florida, and just look at what videos other people do and see what's successful. I just don't reinvent the wheel. I just copy and put my own flair on it.
I think it's being consistent and then finding your
Yes.
avatar.
Exactly.
Like trying to figure out like, who am I speaking to? Because we can't speak to everyone, but we can say what communities are good for, you know, if you love golf,
Right.
12 Oaks, you want to go to dinner at night. You know, if you want to be in a 55 plus, there's so many communities. around here,
Exactly.
like,
I mean,
get a
I just did a video
55
on
plus.
55 plus. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, because people are searching that, especially here in North Carolina. We have some fantastic communities that, I mean, it's basically like a Mexican all-inclusive resort.
Oh my, yeah, that would be a perfect one. That might be a great one to get started on. That probably gets a lot of searches.
Yeah, be like Cancun or Raleigh, North Carolina. Let me take you around.
We got both
got
right
it.
here, all in one.
Who needs ideas? Just call me. I won't implement them, but I'll give you the ideas.
That's fun.
Yes. Well, thank you, Sue. Any last things to leave people with? Just be consistent and do it. Put your face out there.
That's
Try.
it. That is it. And subscribe to the Channel Junkies. The Channel Junkies, they're my best friends. I owe them, you know, they have a great podcast I listen to also. So
Okay.
Channel
Gotta
Junkies.
keep learning, right?
Yes, absolutely. They're always putting out new content for us. And they also have a paid course, I think a jumpstart course. Like if you don't want to, you know, take a long time getting started, I think they have some offerings that you can pay, but they look very reasonable from what I've seen. So I would investigate that channel for sure.
Awesome. Well, Sue, this has been so helpful. I mean, it really is like easy, tangible things that we can do. Get a microphone, get your green screen, go film some content, film
It
Aura, and we're good.
And, you know, you don't even have to start with a green screen if you're comfortable outside and have a good microphone. I just am very conscious about being, you know, all these people, I'm just sitting here talking to myself out in a neighborhood and there's people around. I'm conscious like that. So, but it just depends on what works for you and what you're comfortable with. Just stick with that.
All right. Well, sounds good. Well, we will see you guys next week. I'm not sure who we have talking at 8:30, but we'll see you back 8:30 on Wednesday next week.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thanks, everybody.
everyone. Have a
Thank
great rest
you.
of the week. Go crush it.
Thank you.